Welcome. This tutorial will show you how to find art images from a database and how to add them into your PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by finding some artwork that I want to use for my research paper. So here are a few suggestions as far as databases that I would recommend. However, if you refer back to your research guide, you'll find that there is a tab for different museums and archives that you can look at, as well as some additional resources as far as databases online. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to find artwork in the Oxford Art Online, which is available at Emporia State University. So I'm just going to go into a browser and go to the library website. If I go into databases and I can sort by subject, I can find Oxford Art Online. And up here is where my search engine is, so I'm going to look up Jasper Johns. And the first thing that I see is his biography. So of course this is his information. It shows that he was a painter, a sculptor, and a printmaker. It shows some of the that he was part of the pop art movement, just kind of his history in general. And then it gives me his biography, like if I want to do an actual research paper on him. So these are some additional sources that I might use for that paper. However, if I go back, then I can see that listed are several of his images that I can use. So I'm going to click on the flag one. So I'm going to go ahead and click the image to enlarge it, and I will right click on the image to save image as, and then I can save that as flag Jasper. So going back into my PowerPoint, I'm going to add another slide, and I'm going to call this Jasper Johns flag. And then to add the image, I'm going to go up here to Insert, and I'm going to say Pictures, and I'm going to find that image. And I can move it around. If I want to put a frame around it, I might use one of these frames here. And then I want to add a text box because I'm going to cite this image. Anytime that you use another person's work, you always need to cite them. So I'm going to go back to Insert, and I'm going to go to Text Box here. And I'll take my little cursor. You can see that it's kind of changed, and I'm going to just drag it as a box, and then I'll put in my citation. So for a Chicago citation, it would be the last name and the first name, so it would be John J. The title of the piece, and I think it's just called Flag. Yep, it's just called Flag. Then I'm going to put the date and the month and the year for when it was created. And for this, it just shows that it was created in 1954. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that, 1954. And this includes that it was from New York Museum of Modern Art. So I'm going to take that. And I'm going to add that, and in Chicago style it actually includes the museum and then the location, so I'm going to just switch those places. So Museum of Modern Art, New York. So there is the proper citation in Chicago for this piece, so I might put it down here so that I can add another text box if I wanted to talk about the flag. So oops, I want to drag the box, and this is where I will talk about this flag. So that's how you find an image from the Oxford Art Online. However, you can use any of these resources as I mentioned. So I'm going to show you Google Arts and Culture because you cannot actually right-click save those images. So if I just go into that database, I can do my search up here, and I'm going to just type Jasper Johns. And here is an image of an art dealer that is standing next to that same flag from the image that I found from Oxford Art Online. So you'll see that I can't like right click, nothing happens. So I'm going to use a screen tool to capture this. Windows always has a tool called snipping tool. So if you just go to the little search icon at the bottom of the toolbar and just type in snipping tool, it pops up and it's easy to use. You just say, I want to do a new snip, and you'll drag around the area that you want to clip. And since I don't want this little blue box, little circle thing, I'm going to just kind of clip it a little bit shorter than, so that it's kind of hiding right there. And then I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'll do the Jasper Johns flag too. So now going back into my PowerPoint, I'm going to add another slide, and this one might be additional information. I'm going to again go into my new slide, or the Insert, Pictures, Jasper Johns flag, Insert, and again I want to include my citation like I did for the last one. So for this one it would be the photographer that took the image. So all of that information is right here, and so I don't have to go back and forth. I'm actually going to copy and paste this. So then I'm going to make another text box and use the information from here. So I know I don't need this information, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that right off. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to add my text box, and you can see the photographer's name is right here, so it's Elisofon. I'm not really sure. E, and then the title of the artwork is in italics, and it's right here, so it's Leo Castelli. Then the location is New York, New York, and the publisher is Time Life, so it looks like this was part of the Time Life magazine. So I'm going to put Time Life, New York, New York, and I probably should put New York on this one as well. Make it more consistent. Now you'll see that on that Google Arts and Culture that it shows how this is supposed to be used, and it's for personal non-commercial use only. That means that I cannot take this image and use it for any kind of commercial or advertising. However, since you're doing a research assignment, this is for educational use that we're using it for, so you can use this image freely, just you cannot sell it in any way. And as always, because if I took it from someone else, I didn't actually take this picture myself, I have to include the citation, which is what we just did. So that's how you include images and find images for your art research papers. And if you have additional questions, I have my information here at the front that you can email me or you can call me. So if you have questions, just let me know.